Alright, so I know from personal experience that keeping organized is very difficult. And for a student, for you, I think it's tough to keep track of your homework. When's it due? What's your score? What's next? When can I do it? I'm busy. I forgot it. I don't understand it. So my goal is to help you when you don't understand. My goal is to help you when you're not feeling organized. And to get you organized, here's what we're going to do. Type in my website, search it in Google or Yahoo or any search engine. I hope it pops up. Shaun Teaches, one word. Click it. Now somewhere on the front page, I'm not sure how I'm going to reorganize the website, but there'll be some link for homework. This is us right here. And there's a bunch of questions about homework if you're wondering if you were spacing out in class or just didn't keep track of the different homework policies, or you lost the sheet that I'm going to hand out to you. Here's a way of supporting you in the homework policies, questions and answers. But also something new I'm trying is to help you with a homework log. Now everyone gets one of these. This is a sheet that has all of the homeworks for the unit written out beforehand. And the way you can read this is to look at the homework number, and sometimes there's not going to be a choice. Like homework 1, it's just the worksheet with these problems. That's been given out in class. Homework 2, however, notice there are 2 options. And I'm asking you to choose one of those 2. Now, when I say choose an option or choose one, I don't mean just choose, for example, just one question. I mean choose from one of the practice sets here. Set 1, either do that, or set 2. Same thing here. Either choose practice 1 and do page 18, number 31, or practice 2, which is 2 questions. However, there are different types of questions. And I recommend that what you do, click on this or open your book and look at those questions. Actually read through it. Think about which question makes the most sense for you, whether you need practice on that type of a question, or whether you prefer a certain type of question for whatever reason. And this keeps happening. And here, for example, you might want to choose a practice or a challenge. So I want to help you make a conscious decision about your homework. Do you want to do some practice from class, or do you want to try something really difficult to really push your thinking? And this is generally the model throughout, and I hope to incorporate other fun choices. I'm just starting this up right now. Who knows where this will go? But for homework 8, this might be a little confusing, but notice there are 1, 2, 3, 4 choices. You can choose a challenge, a question that applies to business, or you can choose to do practice sets. It's up to you. Just be aware that when I say choose 2, I don't just mean 2 questions, I mean 2 sets of problems. And that's how this part of the homework log will work. You can see the homework number we have and the assignments for that homework. And then notice the due dates are blank. Those will be given out in class, and they'll also be on my calendar on the website. I'll put them up here so you can see when the homework is actually due. So if you see a homework due that's on the 15th, if it says homework number 1 right here, that means the homework is due on the 15th. So we put the homeworks on the days on which they're due, not on which they're assigned, but on the days that they're due. So anyway, clicking back to this, right? This is going to remain blank. We're going to fill this in class together. The points earned, well, you can earn a 0 for sloppy work or incomplete work, a 1 for mostly complete work, or a 2 for exceptional work. That means you're showing your score, you're showing everything, your work, your thinking, you're circling your answers. That's how you get a full 2. Now when I walk around the room to help you keep organized, I'm going to ask you to take your homework log out, and that's this sheet. Write down your score. I'll tell you what you got, a 0, a 1, or a 2. And I should also see that you're filling out this column right here, which is which questions should you discuss in class. Now this doesn't mean it's a question you don't understand. It could just be a question that you think was really interesting and you want to talk about it so that other students can benefit. For example, maybe number 8 on this homework assignment was confusing, but you figured it out. Great, you got it. I would still write it here because you realize that number 8 could really help other students in the class. So this is a column really for you to keep track of which questions are worth discussing, and then when we have a quiz you can go back and look at these questions to make sure you understand them. And of course you might notice that these are actually links in this column. Every link here has a detailed explanation of how to solve that particular homework question, and that should give you a little bit more flexibility. Perhaps right now you might feel like, oh, I can never do a challenge, and that's not me. But you know what? I think everyone can handle these challenges. And that's why I want to put this video up here, so that if you just maybe need a little hint to get started, or a video to check your answer, just click it and check. Don't be afraid to try the challenges. We want to push you, we want to help you really expand your horizons in mathematics.
Okay, so this question,
like this one right here.
We're given 3 different...
So that's a basic run through of the homework log, and we can even use these to figure out our homework scores, which is something I think people often wonder. So this will be up here for you, and as we go through the year, this list will expand. Our first unit is on negative numbers, so that's the only ones up right now, but this will be expanded. Alright, hope that helped.